Hi everyone, I'm Alice. Welcome to my channel. I usually like to talk and bubble about books, but today we're doing something a bit different. Today I'm gonna tell you how instantly grow your views number on Instagram. And I think this is something that I extremely needed when I started and I could not find anywhere. I mean, I could find all the videos where they say, oh, you just need to do this and do that, but they were all tips that were super abstract and not something that you could actually do like physically. And I wanted something to do instantly that would make me have more views. So I think this is for all the people that wanted to grow like me when I started, and I hope you find this helpful. So let's get into it. So my tip number one is actually keep your reels short. So I would say the rule in general would be below 25 seconds, but I think there is a very gold number that is between 7 to, let's say, 12 seconds that I think really help for your reel to be viewed multiple times. Now, I know this is not for everyone in the sense that if you are someone that makes longer reels, or if you talk a lot, or if you're making, I don't know, book reviews or something, of course, this is not going to be for you. Ideally, you would want to have something that is shorter so that people will view it multiple times and increase your view number. My tip number two would be to include a question. Now, I will give you an example. Let's say this post that I made a couple days ago, in which I asked my followers to tell me which one was their most unhinged ACOTAR theory. And of course, then I shared mine. So people then are sticking around to read yours. They are sticking around to go through the comments and see all the other theories. And they're also sticking around to share their own. And while they stick around to do all of these things, and especially if your reel is quite short, then this will just increase your view number and tell the algorithm that people are liking your reel because they are it's being viewed a lot of times, and this will just help it push it out. Even if you don't want to include your question into your reel, you can always include one into the caption, and then people can reply to that one. So I think this is a really great tip to not only spark interest and also have some sort of conversation going on and discussion, but also to have people stick around for longer. My other tip would be, I'm sorry to be this person, but be consistent. Please be consistent, because this would really tell the algorithm that you are a person, that you are not a bot, that you're not a spam, and this will really help you. Now, you don't need to post every day. I also talk about this in my other video where I talk about how to start a book account if you don't know where to. So if you are interested, check it out. But yes, you need to be consistent in the sense that if you want to show up every day, then you will post every day. If that is once a week, that's still good, once a week, but you really need to show the algorithm that you are not a bot. And I think this is extremely important with Instagram. As soon as you do something that is out of the ordinary, the algorithm is sending alarms. And this is also how for stories, for reels, for posts, for everything. So try to be as consistent as you can. My other tip, I know we're going through this like fire. My other tip is that if you can, use a sound that is either your own or that is an original one. Don't use sounds that could be copyrighted. Extremely important if you then need to repurpose that content to another platform. For example, I've been doing this with YouTube, and if then I repurpose this on YouTube with a sound that is copyrighted, then my views on YouTube or TikTok or whatever platform you're repurposing on will be affected. So this, I think, is extremely important. And also because then there could be problems with my next tip, which I think is the one that is really gonna make you have an instant increase in your views. And that is my last step, which is have your reels recommended on Facebook. I cannot stress this enough. I don't know if people are gatekeeping on this. I don't know if they're not sharing this, if they don't know, but you need to recommend your reels on Facebook. And you can do this very easily. So once you are about to post, there is this voice right here that says recommend reels on Facebook, this needs to be on. It needs to be turned on, and then automatically Instagram will share this reel also on Facebook, even if you don't have an account, which is great. Of course, people are not going to be able to find you on Facebook, but then they're going to be able to come to Instagram and follow you there. And the views, the reaction, the likes that you get from one platform will then come to Instagram, and you will see all of them in one. So the number of views is going to be the sum of both, which is also very good for the algorithm, because of course, if your reels is being liked by 2 different platforms, then it will just give that extra push to the algorithm saying, hey, my content is being liked, so push it out, and then it will be pushed out even more. So I think this is really, for me, was the best thing that I discovered when I started, because I feel like when this was not on for my profile, then all my reels would get some, maybe around, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views, but never reach the very high number of views with the K. And now always 90% of the time, almost all my reels reach above 10K. I'm gonna put you here one example. So this is one of my best performing reels, and you can see the amount of views from Facebook and the amount of views from Instagram, and you can see that basically it's doing so much better because of this. Otherwise it would be performing to half its potential. So really, I think this is my number one tip. And don't forget that the audio can affect this this sharing. So try, if you can, to use audios that are not copyrighted, or use either original or your own. So this was really my best tip that I could give anybody. I also see a lot of big creators that don't have this high number of views that they should be getting based on their amount of followers that they have. So this is really my number one tip. Please try it, come back and let me know if it works, because I'm very curious if everyone is just being gatekeeping this. So there you have it, guys. I know this was super fast and super to the point, but I hope to not have wasted your time. I hope this works for you. And please, if you like this type of content, stick around, come back, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.